It begins with a quiet realization. You've spent decades chasing ideals, the perfect haircut, the latest style, the routines your peers said you should follow. You thought looking younger would make people notice you, make you respected, make you desirable. But something shifted. You realized that trying to look young didn't make you more attractive, often did the opposite. It drew attention to what you were trying to hide instead of what you had earned. This isn't about vanity. It's about presence. It's about confidence. And it's about understanding that the most admired men after 60 aren't trying to be young, they're mastering themselves. Tonight, we're going to explore 5 identity shifts that quietly make a man more attractive after 60. Not through trends, not through effort, but through refinement. The first shift may feel subtle, yet it changes everything. Many men fall into the trap of trying to erase time. They pile on gadgets, follow the latest clothing trends, or mimic the behaviors of men decades younger. It's well-meaning, but here's the problem. It draws attention to insecurity. It makes the mind, the body, and even the social room sense tension. The energy you radiate says, "I'm trying too hard." The shift is simple, but counterintuitive. Stop trying to be someone else. Instead of chasing youth, he focused on what he already had earned. Confidence born of experience, of trials, of decisions made with clarity. Imagine walking into a room wearing a simple, well-fitted outfit. No loud patterns, no overcompensation. People notice, not your age, but your calm authority. A smile from a stranger, a nod of respect from a peer. Here's the kicker. The next shift is even more unexpected. Most men double down here, thinking it's the path to attractiveness, and they lose. Shift number 2. The obsession with being universally liked. We think people will respect us more if we try to please them all. We laugh louder. We adopt younger mannerisms. We insert ourselves everywhere. But social confidence after 60 doesn't come from trying to fit in. It comes from choosing presence over performance. He learned to step back, to speak when it mattered, to listen with intent, to let silence carry weight. The effect was immediate. People leaned in. Compliments came naturally. Respect followed. And the strange part, his sense of being desirable deepened because he wasn't trying to be liked. He simply existed as himself. A subtle pause here. Think about the last time you tried too hard to impress. Feels familiar, doesn't it? The third shift is about appearance without overcomplication. He stopped chasing trends and focused on refinement. Fabrics that felt good against the skin. Colors that highlighted confidence without screaming attention. Silhouettes that honored the body he had, not the body he wished for. Picture a soft navy shirt, perfectly cut, paired with neutral trousers. Notice the way people glance not at a logo, but at the man, the subtle compliments, the respectful nods. That is power without effort. Most men fail here. They add accessories, try loud outfits, and hope to distract from age. But attractiveness after 60 isn't loud, it's quiet, intentional, and grounded. And yet, the next shift is less about looks and more about energy. It challenges what society says about vitality at this age. Shift 4. Stop pretending to be invincible. We often hide fatigue, health concerns, or slowed reflexes, thinking it's unattractive to acknowledge age. He realized that showing calm acceptance of limits without complaining exuded far more strength than trying to mask them. A pause. Imagine a man who enters a room fully aware of his age, yet carries himself with ease. No overcompensation, no restless energy, no desperate effort. The room responds with respect, admiration, even attraction. Because here's the cultural assumption we're challenging. Attractiveness doesn't fade, it clarifies. Age doesn't diminish, appeal it refines it. Finally, shift 5. The understanding that influence is subtle. At 60, it's no longer about doing everything or proving everything. It's about small, consistent choices that compound over time. The way he speaks, the patience he shows, the eye contact, the calm energy, it all matters. He stopped chasing what he could not control. He invested in the behaviors, the routines, the presence that genuinely mattered, and the results were undeniable. People noticed, friends sought advice, strangers showed deference. His attractiveness was not measured by youthfulness. It was measured by confidence, dignity, and quiet mastery. This transformation is not sudden. It's subtle, layered, and deliberate. But every choice reinforces the next. Every shift compounds. And over time, what once seemed ordinary becomes magnetic. Attractiveness after 60 is not about being young. It's about being the man who knows himself, respects his time, and moves through the world with calm authority. And if you want to see how small, consistent choices build not just confidence, but a life of wealth, health, and influence, the next video explores the power of compounding, not in money alone, but in every aspect of life. Remember, what made him attractive wasn't a single dramatic change, but small decisions, repeated over time.